spared you future loss.
Uproot and aftermath. First blood. First blood.
Thanks be to you. Flames clear the way.
And run!
What have we here? You are most gracious.
That was perfect. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Leaving so soon. What? I'm
is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Will you not rise in my presence?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Killing spree.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Your place is here. You surpass the master.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Almighty One.
Be ensnared in fire.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Double damage. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
What have we here? Be ensnared in fire.
Roshan has fallen into the dark.
They need blood.
North Moscow.
Double kill.
Thanks.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
I end.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
Thank you.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's ancient is under attack. Dire victory.
Oh, something new has sprouted. and sweet.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Gotcha!
Haste!
Killing spree.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Directly responsible.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Damage.
Wish fulfilled. So small, the The world will hardly notice.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Visibility!
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Sean has fallen to the Dire. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Blessings!
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Always be something worse on the wing.
Radiant's courier has been killed. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Vega squadrons turn to
But Empire are going for more of a 5-man death ball, control Roshan, win the laning phase, and then just win the game in like 15 minutes like we saw in the previous game.
Yes.
I hope I bought enough time for the rest of you to put out your sparklers and
Yeah, we're just waiting for the fork. Dude.
oh, it's just what kind of cake is it on?
Vega squadrons turn to
Alright.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well, you know, what's sweeter than this cake is the kills that this bounty hunter is going to get. Oh, look at all that money, Sonny. Vega Squadron going for no matter what the team fight happens, as long as we get a few kills, we'll be in the lead.
Especially very fast, too.
Oh, yeah, that was an instant pick on the bounty. They love it.
Yeah.
So, Chen DP, we saw this last time against Team Empire. Team Empire got spanked by Chen DP. Now they want a little piece of that.
They could actually go back for Sven as well for Vega. Is it banned? I don't think it's... Oh, it is banned.
Sven is
okay.
banned, yes.
I can, like, barely make
Yeah,
out.
I know.
I seriously cannot see the small pictures, so forgive me.
No,
But
I forgive you.
the, yeah, I think Ember is still pretty good. Against Death Prophet, it's a little bit rough. You would have to, obviously you have to safe lane at this point, but I think it could still be pretty
Gyro
decent.
tied on the last bounce. Gyro.
You mean
tied.
for Vega? Gyro tied with the last bounce.
Yeah.
Vega banned tied. Gyro was banned by Empire.
Okay. So it's still like a team fight oriented hero, right?
Yes.
But the nice thing about Ember is like Lone Druid can play more of a position 1 where you still accumulate farm around the map while the Ember is contributing to fights. So I feel like it fits them. Maybe they just go Jug instead though to supplement their push a little bit. But I feel like Jug versus Ursa and Death Prophet's not as good. Maybe they could see Clinks as well. We saw Empire run that to great success against VP in the first series.
Will you come to my birthday and talk stats, man?
Stats? I don't
mean,
talk stats.
You know, like
Dota?
analysts.
You want me to talk Dota to you?
Yeah,
I can do that.
Okay.
I can do that.
That's the only present I want.
Yeah.
Because this is amazing.
Oh, it's just
The
Dota,
pie is
man.
pretty good too.
Yeah,
It's just Dota. Yeah, this cake is actually very good.
Fake corn.
Thanks, production.
Yeah, thanks for the cake, guys.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Very
Odie,
legit.
what's your one, man? What would your present be for Old Pixel? What team?
I don't really care who wins. Still, well, no, in a nice way. You know, I'm not invested in either of these teams.
Very
but
well.
I think
Very well.
We gotta make.
I'd like to see the Puck win because I feel like we haven't seen a Puck win
as
in
a
a
hero,
long
man.
time.
He's so cool
I
to
swear
watch.
that every time Puck's been picked up, it's lost. So it'd be nice to see a Puck win.
Yeah.
I'm kind of in agreement. But I think that in this game, Empire have that kind of draft where if they get a little bit, they can just kind of steamroll it, where Vega are going to have to accomplish a lot during the lanes, and they have the type of lineup right now where you need to be very active. You know, you don't pick Bounty Hunter, you don't pick this mid puck if you're just going to sit around and farm. So that's why I figured they would have more of an active safe laner, but they were taking a really long time to think about their choice.
It's going to be a tough choice. I mean, they've got a lot to work up against here. This, as we've seen, this very similar draft has been picked a lot of times, and it's what's a good counter against the burst damage, the push.
Oh, that one is
Wraith King.
It's okay. I mean, you're going to have to still play it the same way. You're going to have to be very active with your Wraith King, so maybe looking to an early blink. But
you got to
no,
cast.
You have to cast.
I'm gonna go cast.
I don't have to cast.
No, you don't.
You got PJ over there. He's ready to go.
Bye-bye, birthday boy!
But I'm going to say, actually, I like Empire's draft quite a bit. So I'm going to say, in the 1-1 series that I predicted, that this will be the game they win.
Okay.
And they will lose the next game.
So you think this is the one?
Yeah, I think this is one Empire will win.
All right.
What do you think, Slacks?
Me? I'm going to have to go with Mr. Dad over here.
All right.
Smart man. And you're going with the puck, right?
Yeah, well, I mean,
No.
I'm going against the puck.
Against the
Right.
puck.
Even though I love the hero.
This man knows his puck. So, I mean, I'm going to go have to side against
I have
it.
like a 30% win rate with the hero.
You do?
But my KDA is like 12.
Change my mind. I'm going to go for Team VP. VP all the way.
Because you think Puck's gonna win.
I think Puck's going to win.
All right.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna find out if that's the case. It is time for game 1 of Empire vs Vega with Odie Pixel, Birthday Boy Odie Pixel, and Pycat.
Yay!
30 seconds to battle.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the second series of the day. We've got Vega Squadron up against the side of Team Empire. I'm ODPixel. I'm going to be joined by PieCat for this series. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you doing? Your birthday? That was quite an interview with your mom.
It was, you know, thanks, Mum, you know, and all that. But anyway, we're here back to the Dota, of course, which is why we're all tuned in for this one. And Empire versus Vega. We've heard the panel's thoughts on the draft. I mean, PieCat, do you want to go anything you like? Are you liking the Puck pick? I mean, Puck, where's the stand as a hero at the moment in the meta?
Well, we saw that the stat was, I think, 1692. He doesn't have that good of a record right now, Puck. He's kind of fallen out of favor because he just doesn't scale like other mids do. Like DP and some of the others, they can transition into getting more physical damage, and Puck kind of can't. So it would be nice seeing Puck do well, though.
I mean, we're seeing this happen again. This happened in game 1. This time the other way around. Looks like, I don't know if Ramses is going to be able to finish that one. At the same time, bottom lane going in onto Afterlife. Nice little wrap around with the bounty hunter here as well. Vega, they're looking for that first button. Well, with the slow, they're going to get it. It takes a bit of work, but they do find it. So the Darkseer getting punished. They're always that tricky point where you come into lane with a point and shell and that. There's no hope of running away with the surge for the poor man.
Yeah, and this is actually really important. It was also less game than with Empire. Afterlife was struggling in the offlane, and they did have a rough time because of that. And now Mag actually, despite the Ursa having boost level 1, his bear actually survives. And that makes a really huge difference. When he actually still has his bear up, even if he died, he will be able to resummon in 80 seconds. But now he actually got the wave back, he got level 2, and his bear didn't die, so he's doing much better than Afterlife was doing in the previous series.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, kind of going back to what FNG was talking about in the interview. Do you think there's a kind of an element that, you know, Vega, maybe if they saw the series earlier, they feel that Afterlife could be kind of a potential weak link, and you do look to try and punish that as much as you can?
Potentially. Maybe it is that he plays quite aggressively on the lane, and they feel like they can punish that. But I mean, in general, when you play against a Darkseer, you want to shut him down before he gets level 2, because at that point, the lane is really tricky. Like, you can see already this Wraith King, even though they actually managed to kill him, he has to now use his flask. He used 3 tangos already. He doesn't have mana for a stun right now. And if they want to kill him again, they're going to have to invest probably the Bounty Hunter into it, and Maiden needs to bite him once or twice. So this lane is going to get pretty tricky, I think, for Vega, unless they rotate in the Bounty Hunter. So the Darkseer is actually still accomplishing what he wants to do.
Yeah. And we see at this moment in time, the Bounty, he's headed over to Sima Posture on the Chen in the jungle, trying to do what he can to arrest, and he's going to turn back towards the mid lane and maybe see if they can make a go onto Scandal. The ball comes through for no one. They'll jump forward. Scandal, who's going to tango at one of his homegrown trees, so he's going to be fine. In terms of regen, still this bottom lane Afterlife, it's he is struggling to find that level 2 as you talked about. This is going to really set him back.
Yeah, he actually is, but the Wraith King is also he doesn't have any more regen on the Wraith King, so we'll see if he actually sends out more regen or if he just relies on this Vampiric Aura. Now the Darkseer has actually left the lane, so he won't be under that much pressure anymore by those Iron Shells, but should the Darkseer come back, the Wraith King might struggle a bit if Darkseer decides to return once he gets level 2 from this jungle camp.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a lot harder for FN. And talking about FN as well on the Wraith King, what kind of build do you think we're going to see him go for? Is this kind of like your Treads Blink or your Treads Blade Mail? Is there anything you feel that he's going to be forced to kind of get as his first major item pickup?
I think when you have a Bounty Hunter on the team, you just want to fight, pretty much. Yeah, Blade Mail could potentially be a good pickup. It's generally quite good against Death Prophet, as when she pops the ult, you just run in with the Blade Mail, and with this lineup, you have a lot of move speed, so you can actually go into their face, and you can just keep fighting, and if you win the fights, you're going to get more gold, so potentially Blade Mail is one item, but in general, just items that allows you to fight.
And we'll see in the mid lane again, Solo trying to go in with some harassment onto Scandal, but he turns around. Yeah, gets these double sides.
Darkseer, bottom lane as well.
Oh, Afterlife nearly giving away 2 HP. Only just getting himself out there on the map. Yeah, that would have really been a kicker if he lost his life there again. He was lucky enough to get himself away. I mean, this mid lane matchup at the moment, 18 for 4, 15 for 4, Death Prophet with the slight edge. Is this kind of what you expect from these two heroes, or has anyone kind of done better in that respect than you expected?
I think that Death Prophet should be winning against Puck.
Okay.
And I mean, he also has the backup from Chen if necessary, but the fact is that in this matchup, Puck can't ever really go on you. I mean, he has a Bounty Hunter and a Maiden who can rotate in, so it could potentially be scary for the DP. But assuming it's just a straight up lane, the puck can never really go on the Death Prophet because of Spirit Siphon. So if he ever orbs, he kind of puts himself in a dangerous position. So I think this lane favors the Death Prophet.
I mean, talking about the Death Prophet as well, it seems like there was a period, like maybe about a month or so back, where a lot of people were like, this hero is broken. They're like, the Spirit Siphon is crazily good, and then there's a lot of teams don't run it as nearly as frequent and as often as a lot of other mid laners. I mean, do you feel the Death Prophet is really a really strong hero in the right picks, or are they just better heroes that the people have worked out?
Yeah, I think Death Prophet is a really strong hero, and that's why we still see the Death Prophet being picked up. And I mean, she does well a lot of the time, but the thing is that when you start playing a hero a lot, then usually people figure out ways of dealing with that hero. So then the hero usually falls off a little bit. And in bottom lane we see the Wraith King. He's not even level 6 yet, and he might go down here to the Chen.
Yeah, smart rotation from the posture and B, finding that kill. I mean, already we're starting to see it, as you said. Even though Afterlife was getting bullied, the Wraith King is going to have trouble in the lane against the Darkseer, and you know, once he gets a little bit low, in comes a rotation from Chen, and they're able to capitalize on that and find themselves the kill. Giving it to 1-1 at the moment. I mean, 6 minutes in. I mean, looking across the map, do you feel that there's a side that's a little bit happier with the start of this game?
Yeah, I think that Empire are really happy with this. I think Poppy once said before that, like, if this Chen, he has some levels, he's level 4 already at 6 minutes. Not the best, but it's still okay. The Bonnie is only level 2, the Maiden she's sure she's level 4. They might actually get a kill now on the Darkseer, but nice. I still think that Empire should be quite okay with this. They don't have any way of dealing with the Darkseer, and Death Prophet is doing well, Chen is doing relatively okay.
So talk about Death Prophet doing well. Scandal just picking up a casual kill onto the CM there, who unfortunately walks into her in the river and keeping it to 2-2. And I think, I guess, a lot of eyes going to be on with Poshka. We've seen some really good performances from Poshka. I think it was yesterday, I believe, he was playing the Enigma and he had a great game. Or was that today?
That was today.
That was today. That was today he was playing the Enigma and he had a great game. But yeah, Poshka, we've seen what he can do with a good start. So the Chen is definitely going to be something that Vega need to be aware of. And I guess in terms of if a team does start to fall behind, I guess Puck arguably falls off, but then at the same time Vega, they've got like the Track and the Wraith King, the Lone Druid to keep them in, and then you look at Empire, they've got an Ursa, but then it's Death Prophet. I mean, late game, who do you feel is going to be in the better position if it does go on this one?
I mean, I think Empire should be able to take every Roche, and I feel like if they can bring this Wraith King down, then Vega are in really big trouble.
I mean, we saw that they've sent people down here trying to find them, but they do lose Darkseer in the process. And now, well, no one's coming to re-rotation on top of Empire and Scandal. He's going to get punished for this one along with his 2 teammates. I mean, this is it, FN gets his level 6, and as you said, Empire, they're looking to do something about him, but that's not the way to do it, is it? If they end up losing 3 heroes and they just pop, that was not the fight that Empire were looking for.
Yeah, I just think there were too many Vega heroes there. I mean, they had the Maiden was there, and the Wraith King with his ults. Right now, they're not strong enough to fight him right now without enough chain creeps. They need to have 3 chain creeps preferably, and then maybe a shell or something in there, have the Venge down there to help out, and then potentially they can fight, but they just come in and Vega just outnumber them, and that's not the way that they want to fight right now. I think they want to just keep up the pressure with the Darkseer on the bottom lane, because Vega don't really have any way of dealing with these Iron Shell creeps, and then just pressure with the Chen, and then free up space for the Ursa to take Roche.
Talking about the Ursa top lane, trying to make a go on him, but he's going to pop the Enrage, walk this one off. King R is also there on the bench in case anything else kicks off, but as we can see, Vega do struggle to try and take down the Ursa at that point. Solo still hanging around here in the lane, but just to get a bit of XP as he is on his own now. Lone Druid backing off to the side camp on the off lane. And no one. He's got himself a haste rune. Seeing 1100 on mag as he works towards that Midas recipe.
Yeah, he's actually doing quite well.
Yeah, I mean, it's a totally different story to the Lone Druid we saw in the first game from Afterlife. Yeah.
And that was sort of a similar situation. The only thing is now that he didn't actually lose his bear that early, and that kind of made the difference, I think. So he's gonna have a Midas pretty soon up in, well, probably after this creep camp. He's gonna have his Midas within 30 seconds to a minute or something, so it's a good timing against the heroes that he's facing.
And we're going to see, of course, Empire go for this Roche with Ursa. Looks like CM is aware of it. He's going to take down some of the creeps, but not really a lot that the Slayer can do on his own. Afterlife there as well, just in case Vega were looking to try and do anything to stop that, but They've just come to accept that, and Empire will be able to take it. Now, Ramses moving into the Radiant safe lane, and they might keep him down in now against this Wraith King. Of course, Reincarnate is still on cooldown for 2 minutes, and FM realizes he's just out of there. He says, there's no point sticking around here, because his life was in a lot of danger with these guys from Empire coming around and setting up camp on this bottom lane.
Yeah, this is an important rotation that he makes. He has to do this basically because he doesn't have his reincarnation. The Ursa just picked up Aegis. They have Chen creeps, and they're gonna take this tower bottom. They're hoping to either take the tier 2 now on bottom lane or transition into mid and take the tier 1 there as well. And then just take down the tier 1 towers. And Empire, they kind of want to, Vega want to respond by doing the same top, taking the tier 1, but the problem is that they have a Wraith King here, and he doesn't really have any tower damage, so they have to bring up the Lone Druid. And if Empire don't decide that they're gonna go up there, and the Ursa doesn't actually have a TP, so it looks like they're just gonna trade.
This is fair, just putting out this camp here with Solo, popping the ult for this one at the moment. And as you said, they do take a bit of time with it, but with Mag on the LD, we'll be able to take this tier 1 top. But it is, of course, a trade looking to favour Empire, as they are still, as you said, continuing with that push on the bottom lane after the tier 1. Look at the tier 2. I was going to say that TP, it's not going to follow through.
Yeah, there's no way he can TP in. They even wait till it does that.
And there we have it. A couple of big objectives picked up there for the side of Empire.
But this is actually fine. When they actually get that mid tower, it's actually, I think it's still okay for Vega, because getting that mid tower is really important. And they trade basically 2 towers for 2 towers. Sure, they get a tier 2, but the mid tower at this point means a lot. And he does actually go for Armlet on the Wraith King. So a bit surprised to see Armlet, I think, against Darkseer and Ursa.
Yeah, like,
I'm not sure how it's going to work out
as well. There's a fair bit that's going to drain them. Making the toggles hard, and well, we're kicking off here with the track. Onto King Eye, he's going to get surged back. Nice Stream Coil onto 3. All coming through as well. King Eye's going to be safe for the time being, but of course the rest of Vega ready to move in. They'll take down the bench. We're going to see Ramses rage it and start to back off, but that's a track kill. A bit of money in the bank there for Vegas, as they now lead 6-3. And as you said, maybe with those 2 towers as well being in the key positions they're able to take, and as we can see from the graph, Vega, they're starting to pick it up, and I guess that's the thing, when you've got a bounty on your team, Empire just can't afford to take even or bad trades, because the net worth lead's just going to go up and up for the side of Vega Squadron.
Yeah, and Mag is actually farming really well. He has 2k gold, he has a Midas, 12 minutes in. We're looking at I want to say, if he doesn't die, it's 15, 16, around that mark, Radiance. So he's looking at a really good timing, actually.
And like, not only just Mag, you look at the top of the board, the fact that no one on his puck. I mean, he's kept to the top, and more action's going to kick off. He jumps in, and they've already caught out Darkseer with the Sunsword to scan all, and will be swapped back by Slayer. Going in with the ult, walk it off, they'll keep themselves to the edge of that one. It's just the Darkseer losing his life. Slayer's going to look for a TP out. Is it going to happen? The Iron Shell creep doing too much damage to him there. So they do lose the CM, but again, it's a support for that offlaner, and it is another track kill into the bank of Vega Squadron. They've got eyes on Ramses. Ramses does have the backup of King Eye on the Vengeful Spirit, and at the same time, FN off with his arm. Oh, hello, you got... Didn't quite feel that he could commit to that one.
Yeah, he's scared of someone coming in and then taking him down. He doesn't want to lose his life right now because he's so close to level 11, so he wants the ult to be level 2 at least, so it's not 260-second cooldown. But the Darkseer is actually struggling quite a lot. It's 13 minutes in, he doesn't have his mech yet, he doesn't even have his buckler, so he's still quite far away from this mech. And yeah, it's Afterlife, he was struggling in that last series with this Lone Druid, and now he's having a rough game again. And I think going up against Wraith King, Maiden, and Bounty Hunter, he should be having a better time in this game. So a bit on this, it feels like he should have been able to do more. I don't know if the Chen perhaps or the Venge should have rotated earlier, but I feel like he should have gotten a bit more out of the laning phase.
No, he's certainly having a tough time here. Maybe if they can find one big fight, but I guess that's the thing with the Darks this game. I guess you're more utilizing him to just have the surge to get heroes like the Ursa and the DP in position, because in terms of wombo combo with the vacuum follow, there's not really anything that Empire can synergize with that.
Yeah, I know. It's like they have one Earth Shock or I don't know. They don't have any good combo with that Darkseer. So I think it's the laning phase. You know, a lot of it comes down to this laning phase, and then later on, he gets these useful items, mech and greaves and whatnot, so he's still an asset to the team, of course.
And I guess, at the end of the day, he can still farm at a good rate, as he's just playing it safe in the jungle at the moment. Just trying to pick up what he can. There's a blink dagger now on Ramses, so he's going to be in a bit of better shape to catch out some of these squishier backliners. I mean, like the CM and also the bounce, if they can get some vision out.
Yeah, we're gonna see if they're gonna go on the Wraith King bottom now. He's actually gonna get out here with a TP scroll. And they don't have a sentry spotting that Bounty Hunter out. Gets his track out. He has good eyes on them now. And the Ursa, he's kind of falling behind. You see, he's only level 9, as opposed to the Wraith King, he's already level 11. The Sulabear, he's also level 11. He just picked up his relic 15 minutes in. So
this is insane timing for Mag.
Yeah, he's topping the net worth chart already.
And he's, I mean, at this rate, he's just going to stay there for the rest of the game unless they can do something about the Lone Druid Empire. Mid lane, Dream College has been dropped on Scanner, but it's a big kill if they can find it. It's going to be Surge, swapped out as well there by King R, trying to keep the DP alive. And it will work out now. Ramses looking for the counter initiation, jumps in onto FM, will get silenced out. And now, let's see what no one can achieve here. They're keeping Ramses low. He's going to be Surge, backing him off. Slayer gets the frostbite. Oh, he's blown up too. The CM here, stepping it up and down with the huge ult coming in. Hammercock will come through to the side of Empire, and they will kill the Wraith King once, but they take on the lost 4. They're going to lose 5. It's a triple kill for Slayer on the CM. Just catching Empire totally off guard. They tried to run back as 5, but Slayer was there with the spells, and that was an incredibly painful fight. The tracks, they were being thrown out. We saw 3 track kills there, I believe, and it really shows on the gold. And 12-4. Hey, looks like I've seen another quick game, Pycat, because this, I mean, how do you come back if you're Empire now?
Yeah, you see the 1.5k hero damage from the Maiden in that fight. The Ursa, he was trying to hold on to his ult all this time, and he actually ended up not using it, so that it
just got bursted down.
Yeah, that the Nova from Maiden, it ended up killing the Ursa, who actually still had ult. So, bit of a misplay there, holding on for his ult a bit too long. So he could have survived and ran away, and yeah, this is really scary for Empire, because coming back against these heroes, and also with the Lone Druid, he's about to pick up Radiance. It's really, really difficult.
Yeah, they need something quite spectacular. They really, really do. It's it's just 17 minutes in to have these leads as well. And well, I said in the draft it'd be nice to see a Puck win, and I mean the Puck play has been great. No one's been right in their faces every time. He's 3-0-6. He's got his yours on top of Blink Dagger 17 minutes in. This is he's got to be one of the best Puck performances I've seen in a long time.
Birthday wishes do come true.
This is proof. I mean, it's a Puck, and he's neck on neck with a blooming Lone Druid that's got Midas and Radiance pretty much done. It's impressive stuff from Vega.
Yeah, no one has been playing very well.
Yeah, I mean, I guess why do you feel that the Puck was the pick here anyway? I mean, it's working out. Why is it working so well with their lineup?
I think it's just because like Puck functions as he's very good at crowd control. So they have these two kind of up in your face, tanky, melee cores. You consider them melee cores, like both Lone Druid and Wraith King, and they deal a lot of physical damage. And then Puck is there to balance that out with some control. He has some spells and just synergizes quite well with the Lone Druid and the Wraith King.
And of course, Empire, they're going to have to think very carefully about what the next move is going to be. It's, as we saw from that last fight in the mid lane, they still struggle even in the 5v5 department. There's just not really anything huge from Empire that they can use to jump in onto Vega. And at this point, I mean, I mean, what do you do for Empire? Is it a case of just smoking up, catching out Vega's heroes on their own? Because 5v5, unless you get a great exorcism that Vega just kind of hold their hands up and dance around in, it's going to be hard to win a team fight.
I think what they want to do is, they want to smoke up. They want to come in from want to come down on the side when perhaps they push this tier 2 tower, and then they want to come in from the side here and get a smoke off, maybe some vacuum wall combo, and then at the same time you get a silence off. Ursa jumps in. You create a lot of confusion for Vega, and then you can burst down one hero, be it the Puck or the Lone Druid or something, and then you can take a fight from there. But in a 5v5 engagement, it's very unlikely that they manage to win a fight.
The Empire just going to avoid the fights, just go for the trade. They'll take a tier 1 top. They've got a fairly large army that's going to look to press down to a tier 2, but at the same time, base is going to be in trouble. The glyph, it's already being used here on the diet, so they're not going to have it for this defense, and well, they need to do something because Vega chomping away at the tier 3. Looks like Vega will back it off, looking just to make sure not to throw any of this advantage away as Empire do back up in full force for the defense. But I guess this is the thing for Vega as well. They're in no hurry to finish this game, aren't they? Because at this pace, they're going to be able to comfortably keep their farmers on top of their net worth and still have the kind of more dominant late game.
Yeah, Vega don't really. They're not feeling pressured at all at this point. They're gonna take out this Roche hopefully. I mean they want to get this Roche because if they get this Roche, it pretty much means the game. They deny the Roche from Empire, which is like their main source of coming back. We're gonna see one smoke here, so this fight is probably gonna be the deciding part of the game.
Yeah, they need some kind of more combo. It's the question: did they really have it? There's not a huge follow-up to the Darkseer. We'll see what they can do here with this jump in as they're going to come around the corner. But oh, Dream's coil onto board. Away Chris as well. It's a great start to the fight for Vega. They'll chop down Afterlife. They'll get the monster as well. Scandal trying to do what he can with the exorcism. He'll use himself up, but Vega, they're surviving through it, and now they turn their attention towards the DP. Double kill for Mag. King Arthur full as well. It's a triple kill for the lone druid. And it's just Empire, they had the best of intentions, but they just don't have the tools to do that at this point of the game.
Oh, and you can also see no one has really good position in this fight. He jumps in, they break the smoke, he jumps in, he coils, and silences 4 heroes, gets orb on 4 heroes as well. I mean, at that point, Empire have instantly lost the fight. When they can't get the initiation anymore, the fight is just over, and now they have an Aegis on top of, I mean, the Wraith King's reincarnation. He has 3 lives, they can just go siege the base. Empire don't even have Death Prophet ult anymore. Chen, I don't even know if he has any creeps. I mean, this could be this game.
Jumping in as well, FN. Just run out reference to Fire Blast up the musket. Just will come through, trying to fight against the Wraith King, but Wraith King does still have the reincarnate. The Orb going in fact, FN, oh, he's toggling himself in the mech as well. He's keeping himself alive, will finally go down. But King Harslow, the rest of Empire not looking in good shape as well as Afterlife's going to drop. It's a double kill for no one. Maybe even going to be triple now. It's going to be picked up there by Bounty. And GG is cool. 22 minutes in. Here's another quick one. 420. Empire just getting destroyed that game. 420. Absolutely blazing quick game. Oh man, quick games. What's some of these games today? Yeah. I mean, is this CIS Dota? I guess it is. I mean,
yeah, I think so.
It's, my goodness. Puck 5-0-10. Yeah, as you said, I said it in the draft, and my wishes came true. It was a good puck game. It was a very convincing puck win, and Empire. I mean, game 2, that happens to you in game 1. Obviously, we saw in the earlier series, it went a bit wish-washy, Empire. Well, they did really well in the first game against VP, then they struggled in the second game. Now they're coming to this one, they're struggling in the first game. I mean, how'd you pick yourself up as a team and kind of come back after something like that?
I mean, I think they just have to think about it. Like, you saw the last series was also one game, you know, it was a 1-1 series, and the games were very uneven.
Yeah.
So, I think this game could have gone very differently. I feel like if you saw in the beginning that Wraith King, he was down to very low health multiple times on the bottom lane. They were struggling, and he was. I think that the bottom lane was really close to collapsing for Vega. If they had had a little bit more pressure on that lane, it would have just collapsed. The Wraith King wouldn't have been able to do anything.
Yeah.
But then they didn't bring enough resources in there, and then actually Vega ended up getting levels that they needed on their supports and the Wraith King, and then they could just capitalize on that and take the game from there. But so I think some minor adjustments, and then they could just, you know, turn the game around. So I think that's what they're thinking. That
I mean, as well, going back to the first games of the day we saw FNG, and he said both of the games were an outdraft, that's why they were so quick. Would you consider this any form of an outdraft, or do you feel that the Empire could have done a lot better with their lineup? It really isn't that one-sided in terms of the hero picks.
I feel like the Venge is slightly out of place.
Okay.
I mean, I get that the pushing and the physical damage is kind of nice. She amplifies it, but she doesn't really help the Ursa that much in the lane. And also, the thing is, you kind of see there's a lack of synergy here with like the Darkseer. You can get the Darkseer is nice with Ursa because you can shell up the Ursa. He can run around with Surge, but there's no AoE with this Darkseer. If they at least had like a disruptor,
just something to control the heroes after the vacuum.
It could be, that could be a good, a good combo. But they actually had nothing with that Darkseer. So I think that there's something wrong, a bit off with Empire's lineup, whereas Vega have a better pattern in their lineup. You can see that these heroes, they synergize well together, the way they fight and the way they work. So Empire, maybe some room for improvement in the drafting there.
Just a little bit indeed. And we'll see what they come back with game 2, which will be around the corner. Myself and Pycat will be joining for you guys for that one in the draft. But in terms of the panel, we're going to go back there soon. We're going to have a short ad break, but from myself and Pycat, we'll see you guys soon for game 2 between Empire and Vega Squadron.
want to be alive for your exorcism. You don't want to down 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as you have a bad laning phase on Death Prophet, your comeback potential is normally just, I need to Crypt Swarm and spam my ulti and try to push towers. But if a team gets ahead of you, and not only that, but a team with track and tanky frontline, like a Wraith King and a Lone Druid, then your exorcism doesn't become as scary. And all of a sudden you're
Even though they're ghosts.
Even though they're ghosts, not spooky. Confirmed.
We are gonna take a look at the highlight and see which clip Scriff has chosen to present to us out of this 21-minute game. Right. We are 20. This is the last fight. We're 20 minutes in.
Pretty much.
And pause.
This is a last-ditch effort coming in here.
This is the this basically is the Hail Mary, right? At this point, you already know they're doing
dear God, look at the net worths. This is just not where you want to be.
Just ignore that. Wait a second.
Ignore it. Why would I ignore it?
Because you want to see this fight as if it's even.
Wait, why?
We're lying.
We're just going to forget the next 20 minutes or the last 20 minutes of the game?
Everyone's tied at this point. There's no kills. Nothing. Everything's even.
Everything's even. What should happen and what will happen is the question. What should happen here if this was the case?
If the games were completely, or the game was completely even.
Yes, what should happen with the hero? You know which heroes are playing.
So like the positioning of Vega is really good because the hero that's most likely to get initiated on is going to be the Wraith King, and that's kind of what you want, right?
Right.
You want the enemy team to pop everything.
Oh God!
Wait,
cover it up! Cover
Cheater, quickly!
Please!
Work fast!
The audience can't know.
All right, so Puck initiates, hits a coil on 4.
That's really good.
Look at that coil.
Yeah. The silence actually doesn't seem to hit Afterlife or King R in this engagement, but it was very hectic because as soon as that coil and silence happens, you're already behind because FN gets in on Afterlife straight away. So this Darkseer is pretty much in a situation where he's already kind of like on the back line.
Right.
And then the rest of Vega follows it up. Coil's still there. There's no retreat mechanism, and Death Prophet at this point hasn't even popped ulti. So there is 0 damage being done in a situation by Empire.
She has. Oh, there. Now she used it. Never mind.
I mean, this fight from Vega was almost perfect initiation. Right. You can't ask for more than a 4-man coil, 3-man silence to start things off. And because of the fact that Scandal had to Yules himself and then gets, Yulesed again here, this actually might have been his own Yules. Yeah, it was.
Thank you,
So they delay Scandal's damage by so much at the beginning by silencing him and then Yules to prevent exorcism, no damage being dealt, really tanky cores, everyone walks away.
So even if this was very even, as we are going directly into the draft after this one, by the way, but even if this was very even, positioning was still...
It was super bad. Like...
Draft.
You can't get jumped on like that. Wow, the draft is actually super far underway.
Yeah.
Do these guys have a place to go or something? We got Jesus Christ!
All right, so
let's end this game in 5 minutes. The draft takes us 30 seconds. Let's go.
I have to write down draft.
That's okay.
The Earth Spirit Puck opener is kind of what we saw similar to Game 1, but instead of having like a bounty hunter to help control the lane, Earth Spirit's going to be the hero supplementing that role. The only difference is you're not going to get quite the dominant advantage in terms of golden experience. So you're still going to be able to help, maybe the Puck a little bit. You might be able to kill Invoker with a good roll in. You might be able to pressure the Lion a little bit if you catch him out, depending on, if the Void is having a good time in the off lane, which I feel against Sven Lion, you're kind of doing okay. Maybe it's not like the best lane for you, but the synergy and the team fight right now from Empire is great. Gyro was banned in the last game when they had Puck because they didn't want to deal with that AoE wombo combo, but now they're going to have it at their disposal. And they also, on the side of Vega, they have I would say a super standard lineup, to be honest. Yeah. Like all these heroes are super flavor of the month, so
I'm going to do the scariest thing I've ever done.
Okay.
I'm going to disagree with you.
Okay.
I think that this Puck pick is not good compared to last time. I feel like last time was a great Puck pick. This is a very bad Puck pick.
Like we can see by like the way that it was picked that they just feel very confident with it. Like you win a game that hard and you're just like, that Puck felt really good. But the reason why I felt it was good was because they had Lone Druid and they had Wraith King, like the 2 tanky frontline heroes. Like you really want that with a Puck. You want someone who's going to abuse the coil, at the very least. And Gyro and Void can kind of do the same thing. Void to a lesser extent, he's more of just set up for more damage. So I'm looking for another support coming out here from Empire that can actually do something inside a sphere. I can't actually see if Witch Doctor is banned.
Witch Doctor is banned.
Okay, yep. I was going to assume that it was because I'm literally full kaleidoscope right now.
Okay.
But something that can do a little bit of damage in sphere would definitely
Could we see a return of Jakiro? Could it finally happen?
Oh, that would be lovely.
Jakiro
I would
is a
like
little bit crazy.
That's
I wouldn't
even
honestly.
with a more
I wouldn't even mind a Rubik in this game.
Oh God. Rubik. I'm so happy that people are finally starting to.
I like
play that
Rubik in
hero.
this game though because you're against Batrider. You really want like an instantaneous disable. It's really good with Earth Spirit because you can get the roll into a lift and getting kills that way is nice. So I kind of like it. No, normally I would say it's pretty weak as a solo support, but he's got an Earth Spirit to back him up, so I think it could work.
I want to see a Disruptor.
Disruptor is also very good, but
It's also very banned.
very banned.
Is he?
Oh, Venge
it
again.
is Venge.
Okay.
So
a hero that helps secure Roshan. That's the one weakness of Empire's lineup right now is they actually are really bad at killing Rosh, and they are also Radiant. So their whole game plan is we need to fight to make sure that they can't get Roshan, as dire side advantage is still definitely a thing in that regard. So again, it's more tempo control from Empire.
Okay.
So you were right last time. What are you going to go for this time?
I'm actually gonna think it's Vega this time. I'm against the puck pick this time. I don't think it's gonna work out. I think they're gonna be able to hold their own, and I think we're gonna maybe see some picks on that puck from the
I mean,
Batrider.
it's a puck from on the different team, right?
I know,
Also,
yeah,
so
yeah, but
you're gonna go for 2-0 Vega.
I think it was a knee-jerk puck. They were like, it did good last time. We want it. They're not gonna play it as good.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you sticking to your 1-1?
I'm 1.
We're both going for
10
Team Vega?
seconds.
No, you're
Wait,
Vega won previous
first
game.
game I thought Empire would win.
Yes.
So second game, I think Vega will win.
Remaining.
But then it would be a 2-0.
Would it?
Yeah, but
Dang.
I'm
Vega
so
would be.
confused.
Am I going back on what I said?
Vega won the previous
Never.
game. Is Puck gonna win or not? Is the question.
Nah, he won't win this game.
No.
Woo! We agreed.
That means that these two gents think that Vega is gonna take it 2-0. Let's see if they can. And let's see if we have another quick game here, as that seems to be the theme today. It is game 2 between Vega Squadron and Virtus Pro by ODPixel and PyCat.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the final game of the final series of the day. It's Vega Squadron up against Team Empire once again. We've just had a very, very quick game where Vega did take the win. Let's see if they can do it again game 2, or if Empire going to step it up. I'm ODPixel. I'm here. PyCat. We're seeing the drafts, we're seeing the picks, we're seeing Puck again. This time it's going to be Scandal on the side of Empire playing it. I mean, Andy didn't have a lot of faith in the Puck this time around. I mean, would you agree? Is Empire's the weaker draft here?
Well, I mean, it is a bit strange. I think the Empire draft is kind of similar to what they had the other day with their
30 seconds
the
to
Earth Spirit, the Gyro. They have some good crowd control. I don't know if this Puck pick was actually just to deny Vega of picking it because they. It might be. I mean, picking Puck that early it's fairly unusual. So I'm not sure.
I mean, yeah, as you said, the Puck. Let's see how it works out this time around. We know that Ramses can play a great gyro. We did see it the other day. It was quite showing from the man. And in terms of the team fight,
The battle begins.
there we've seen was it before it had kind of broken draw? No, it was Empire last game.
Yeah.
I'm getting the games mixed up. Like, Empire last game where there wasn't really kind of any follow up, but this time there's a lot of kind of wombo combo that they can put to work. But Vega with their picks, I mean, it looks pretty scary. You know, having no one on it is Voka solo roaming around the map on the Enchantress. Your Core Sven, which we know that Vega are very comfortable with running a lineup around it, and Mag, of course, on his Batrider. There's a lot of things for Empire to be scared of, and they even just in the earlier laning stages as well. I mean, would you feel that Vega have the edge in terms of lanes?
I think it depends on what this Earth manages to do on the mid lane. If they can actually kill the Invoker at some point, then that would obviously be really big. I'm curious to see what he's going to be doing. There is Spirit. I do think that this time though, around Empire as opposed to last game, their lineup it makes more sense. It has better synergy. They have a nice balance of damage and they have control, and yeah, their lineup just makes more sense this game, I think.
I can see bottom on this man. He's got six stacks on him. I mean, you don't live through that. You really don't. That's going to be whoa. Oh, Miposhka securing first blood in the mid lane does pay off his life. I mean, it ends at 2-for-1. I mean, the provider there, the Earth Spirit, does secure Empire a first blood. But is it worth it? Who's happy with that trade?
Well, with the Gyro going down on the bottom lane, I still think Vega are kind of happy. Obviously, the Invoker is going to be somewhat annoyed, but he has a big creep wave coming in here, and he managed to pick up his boots right before he died, so he didn't actually lose any gold, it seems. So I think that Vega, they're pretty happy with that. The Batrider is going to get off to a really good start. The Enchantress, he's going to have a decent start as well, and so he can kind of now either help out taking over the bottom lane, or he can even rotate in towards mid lane and help the Invoker come back. But I think the Invoker, he will be kind of fine on his own. He just needs some levels and he will eventually get his farm, so.
I see Meposhka as well. He catches out Slayer around the rune. He's going to give him the rundown. He's got another roll in 5 seconds. I don't know if Slayer can play himself around. He has got a Hex, but the stun comes through. And I mean, he talked about it's going to be a lot on how well this Earth Spirit does play. Did secure the team first blood, and picking up himself up a solo kill like that as well is going to put this Earth Spirit in a really good place in terms of starting.
Yeah, and I think what happened was really, really favorable for the Earth Spirit, at least in the first blood, because he ends up getting the first blood. He already has the Orb of Venom. So he manages to pick up boots right away, and he's dead, right? So he goes back to base, gets TP, he can go out, leave the base, and then he finds this illusion rune, manages to kill the lion with the boots and Orb of Venom.
Bottom again, Solo comes in, sets it up, but the Sunstrike follow through from no one on the Invoker. They find themselves the Gyro, they're going to find themselves a sec. I mean, this bottom lane, it's an absolute whitewash. It's a huge mess for Empire down here. They just can't deal with the Bat and Enchantress ganking constantly.
Yeah, they need the Earth Spirit down there. I mean, that's the only way for them right now to fight on this bottom lane. If Batrider and Enchantress are gonna stay there, Batrider now has run out of mana, but he's using a Clarity right now. I think they really want to get a kill on this Batrider, and they actually might find it because of the Orb of Venom. The Earth Spirit is gonna slow down the Batrider. He has no mana to escape, so this is a very important comeback kill.
This first 3 minutes, Meposhka, he's really stepping up. I've got to be honest, he feels like one of the shining stars of the new lineup at the moment. He's been having some really strong performance, even in some of the tougher games today. He's playing this really nicely his first 3 minutes. Top lane, Slayer going in onto Afterlife. They've got a Sunstrike as well with Stormhammer's Golden. Can he get the time walk off? No! Just gets the final touch in FN. And that's a good kill to get. I mean, that's a Void. He is one of the most elusive offlaners at the moment on this patch. So to be able to kill him like that 3 minutes in, Vega will be very, very happy with that pickup.
Yeah, and their execution was really clutch. You could see they used the Hex and the stun, and then they timed all the stuns so that they actually got the maximum duration out of it, even sent in the Sunstrike, just so that the Void wouldn't be able to time walk back all that damage, because then all their efforts are in vain. So good clutch kill there from Vega.
Indeed. And, yeah, I mean, at the moment, it's for the side of Empire, it's the Spirit that's really kind of setting the ball rolling quite literally as well. He's hanging around the mid lane again. Looks like no one's backed off to just finish up one of the side camps. Solo nearly finding himself level 4 on the Enchantress, so having a really strong time in terms of rotations. He's 2-0-1. He's hanging around towards the top lane. It'll be interesting if they do try and go onto Afterlife. I mean, with a Sunstrike again, we've seen that they do have the burst and the control between the stuns of the Lion and the Sven to take down that Void. And bottom lane, eyes are onto Mag, just trying to make sure that Mag can't get himself in. As you've got the bench hanging right by Ramses on the Gyro, trying to give him a bit of space. And even though he has been taken down a couple of times, he's still managing to keep up alright in farm. He's 30 for 10. Only slightly behind the Sven for the side of Vega. Yeah,
and it's actually quite surprising. If you look at the net worth, he's only, I mean, he's 200, 300 gold behind the Sven, who has his 37 CS. Yeah, the Gyro is actually up there now, but he died twice, and he's still up there with the Sven, so he's fine. He's totally fine. The Venge, Venge is finding some decent levels now. He's gonna get this full camp. He obviously wants to get to level 6 as soon as possible against the Batrider, so that he has that swap for the lasso when it comes up. Blink.
I mean, we've seen obviously Vega, they put pressure onto the safe laner of Empire. I mean, do you think there's going to be a point where we see Meposhka try and help out with the gank up top, or are you kind of just waiting for the Void to get the Chrono before you look to try and kill the Sven?
Yeah, so I think they're going to wait for the Void to get level 6, and then with the Chrono, they're going to rotate either most likely the Gyro, and then potentially it could be the Earth Spirit rotating up there with the Chrono or the Venge or Puck or something like this. But when the Void hits this Chrono, what they should do is they should definitely get some heroes up there and kill that Sven, because this Sven, he's farming really well, so he's gonna give up a lot of gold if they actually manage to pick him up. So I'm expecting to see that rotation once the Void hits level 6.
And at the moment, halfway through level 4 Afterlife, so still a bit of time until he gets that one online. But Meposhka, well, he's going to walk into solo Mag and no one here. He's going to roll, and looks like he will be able to get himself far enough away.
Yeah, and he actually broke the Enchantress' smoke there, and he scouted out 3 heroes, so that's a pretty big rotation for him to make and still manage to get out alive. They used some Cold Snap and some spells and that, so
Okay, he wants to fight here. Has got the help of Scandal with a haste screen. There's still no one around. He's on the sideline solo. He's keeping himself alive for the time being. The magic missile comes through. If they got the right clicks, it looks like they have him with the rocket barrage as well from Ramses. They do pick off the kill. And as you said, Maposhka, dispelling the smoke gank and then allowing his team to turn it around and find another kill. It's another bit of good action there for Empire, keeping themselves in this 1-4 to 5.
Yeah, Maposhka is definitely the MVP of this team so far. Although only 6 minutes in, he's been part of all of their kills and he's been at the right place at the right time. Very good performance so far.
See on the bottom. Still Ramses. He was trying to see if he could get a wrap around. He's level 6 now, so if he gets a good cooldown connection onto the bat, they've got a chance. But Mag's playing it very, very safely. Mag himself just about to touch onto level 6 there with that creep. And just scanning things off from the sidelines. He's 1300 towards his Blink Dagger as well, and this is pretty good for about 7 minutes in, especially considering he hasn't been forced to back off into the jungle. He's still been able to maintain his position in lane. And,
yeah, but the issue is that you see this Bedwetter, he got up to such a good start. They got the first blood, they got a secondary kill on the gyro, and he's still sitting. Actually, he's now behind the Faceless Void.
That's true.
He's sitting at 1 death, and he's having kind of a rough time against the Sven. And the issue for the Bedwetter in this game is that the jungle is kind of occupied, his own jungle, so he doesn't have any stacks to farm. And so his Blink Dagger it is kind of hard for him to get a Blink Dagger up against this gyro in the lane. Now that the gyro has reached, gotten some levels, gotten his face boots. And we might see the Bedwetter run into some heroes here. The Earth Spirit and the Venture on the high ground.
Yeah, this smoke could actually catch him off guard, and this will come off now, but Mac, he's just walked straight into them there, and they're going to take full advantage of that one. Slow comes through, try and fire flow away, no chance. And Scandal actually going to be the one to come in and pick up the kill for the glory, and then, well, I mean, I think Empire will be fine with that kill secure from the puck, because it's going to put him ever closer to that Blink Dagger that he's now about 1500 gold towards.
Yeah, and then meanwhile Gyro is pushing bottom lane, so they're gonna get this tower probably. Most likely, I have a hard time seeing they're enough heroes to save this tower. And now the next thing we want to see is this Earth Spirit with the smoke pickup. I would like to see him and the Vengeful, or him and the Gyro smoke up from the tier 2 on the top lane. And together with the Void with the Chrono, try to take out that Sven.
Oh, Maposhka, while setting this one up beautifully with the kick through. And it's going to be another kill. And it really is all thanks to this Earth Spirit's positioning. 6 to 5. Still Maposhka, he's not letting a kill go past him that he's not involved in. He's making sure he's responsible for all the action across the map. And I mean, this game too is already looking a million times better for Empire than game 1 did.
Yeah, definitely. And they have ways of dealing with Vega's lineup as well later on in the game. They have the Venge to deal with the Sven, the swap to save people, save from the Bedwetter as well. The Venge, I mean the Vengeance Aura, if he dies then they lose a lot of their damage, and if he stays alive they have a lot more damage, so Venge is gonna play a way bigger role than he did in the last game.
Yeah, where you felt that it didn't really kind of fit with the drafting game.
Yeah, and they still have good AoE control with their other heroes. The Void is also good at dealing with Sven, so yeah, this game is looking good for Empire so far.
I get one of the big pluses for Vega, of course, they do still have this very consistent farm on FN, and no one did get a decent timing on his Midas. So in terms of getting the gold into their pockets, they're going to be in a final place. We did see earlier, of course, a game where they did have a Yoku's, and there was, but it still wasn't enough really to pull the game through to the end for a victory at the end of the day. So I'll see if the story's going to be different for Vega, and at least having 2 cores at the top. Looking very good. It's already going to put them in a better place. Top lane, they do have the Chrono available, and no one at the moment with Afterlife looking to make any action happen. In fact, mid lane looks to be where they're trying to make it go. If they get the Dream Call onto no one, again with Koshka with the stun onto 2. They'll follow through, they'll find one, they'll get themselves a double kill for Ramses.
Yeah, and really good call down here from Gyro also. I mean, we see Koshka, he's part of with his roaming Earth Spirit.
I mean, you can see some teams, they just do not want to play against this hero.
Yeah.
And I think, I mean, Maposhka certainly, I know it's just one game, but he's certainly shown us that the team should be scared of his performance.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. They might gonna see if they're actually gonna look to take out this mid tower. It's looking really good for them. The Bedwetter is gonna be having his blink come up now after this creep camp, and the Invoker is level 9, so once he reaches, I would say, level 10, 11, they could look to take out Roche. They have Sven and Invoker, so taking Roche is pretty easy for them, and they're dire as well, so that's an option.
And here he comes. The man at the moment gets the stun onto FN. It's going to set up the time for Scandal and Ramses to try and close in. They'll silence him up as well. He gets to the tap. But the cooldown again on point from Ramses. One connection and the magnetizes enough. And Earth Spirit now on a killing spree. And well, looks like Empire are done. They're going to try and stick around for more. The finger does come out to Ramses and they will take down the Gyro. But they've already found themselves a second kill. And Maposhka, he just rolls in balls deep straight onto Solo. Still up the DPR. Oh, they've ended it. They've ended the humanity. It's going to be taking down the Earth Spirit. Afterlife's got to run, and now Vega, they're hitting back hard. Cold snap onto King R. You got Mag moving in as well. It's a double kill for Solo, so he was able to finish off the Afterlife base to spot on the sidelines. They are going to be able to find that kill there onto the retreating Venge. And just like that, Vega, they're hitting back, and that is a lovely gold and XP swing there for the side of the Dire.
Yeah, some really important counter kills there from Vega. You could see the graph was up to 2k. Now it's going back down to 500. Maybe it's even gonna go further than that. And the experience is actually in favor of Vega now.
Yeah, that was. I mean, what went wrong for the side of Empire? Though, do you think that was them just getting a little bit too cocky, fighting behind that tier 2?
I think so. I mean, you see the tier 1 up top is still there, and they're just diving at tier 2. I feel like they could have been happy with the Sven dying and then, you know, just gotten out. Yeah. And even if they lose, should they lose an Earth Spirit? Yeah, you know, it's okay. Sure, he has had a good performance, but I mean, his net worth is still low, so losing that hero, it doesn't really matter that much. So I feel like they got a bit too greedy. They thought they bit off more than they could chew.
It certainly felt that way. Mid lane, you've now got Vega looking for more action. Mag smoked up. He has of course got that lasso available if anyone reveals themselves mid. At the same time, Slayer and FN looking for a very aggressive wraparound. 3 of the members of Empire though, they're sitting up top. They get themselves the tier 1. Scanner will be TPing down towards the bottom lane, so it's just Afterlife in this mid lane position. He does have a chrono, but it looks like Vega, they're unable to really find anyone to jump on.
Sneaky here, and we see him stealing the stacks from Empire. So the Gyro actually had a stack over there. The Sven he went there. I think they were smoked and they took out the enemy stacks.
Ramses needs to be careful. He's a little bit on his own. I mean, the Sneaky no more. They're going to find the Gyro. King R, he's going to turn around, drop out a magic missile, but he's running away from 3 heroes. They'll chase him down, they will find it. Now you can have Empire jumping in. Okay, they're fighting back hard. They've just bursted down the line. The Chronosphere onto 2 on the sidelines. The question is, did the 3 of them have enough damage really to deal with these heroes on Vega? And it looks like no one, and FM will be able to walk it off there, eyeing up Solo. But Solo himself, he gets out the Nature's Attendant, and now it's just Maposhka that's got to run. Maposhka's going to Solo is out of mana for the time being. Afterlife looking to help Maposhka out and looking to block up this Enchantress, and it will be enough to get the Earth Spirit out of there. Sunstrike flying through onto the mid lane, trying for Scandal. Isn't going to connect, and Scandal will be able to phase shift off that Deafening Blast flying through. So getting themselves out of there is a bit of a messy one, just a 2-for-2 exchange. But I guess it's going to be Vega that happy because they do end up killing Ramses on his Gyro again.
Yeah, I think they're going to be happy with that trade. And you can see, I mean, Solo already has his Dragonlance on this position 4, Enchantress, he's up there. I mean, behind the Invoker, but not by much. He's ahead of the Void, ahead of the Batrider, so he's doing really well. And I think this Enchantress might be having a larger impact in this game than you would expect from a 4 position.
I mean, it's just the fact that she's got that potential of the amount of damage she could do. We saw her early in the fight just on the sidelines, just picking off the Faceless Void on her own. If she can find the positioning, she certainly has the potential to do so. Talking about the Void, he's closing in on getting that Vlad's done and ready for the next fight, but looks like eyes might be onto him as Slayer and Mag moving in. They've got the lasso, they've got the finger, and here we go.
This is a dead Faceless Void.
Yeah. They should have control of the burst. The Firefly comes. Oh, it's not even a chance for the Sunstrike to fly through.
That's a very dead Faceless Void.
Where's your time walk now?
Bottom thing, fall down.
Now with the burst. They should have a good shot this one. Yes, Scandal coming in as well. They will make it. So offlaner for position 4. Ben, he's coming. He's still got the God Strength up.
Yeah, and normally you would think that's not so good.
Ooh, losing FN here as well. That's going to be a real kicker for Vega, and Slayer's actually been silenced up here. There's a double kill for Scandal, and now the Magnetize is onto Scandal, it's onto Mag. They're going to find Scandal. Mag still on the sidelines. Ramses is falling incredibly low, moving in with the rocket barrage, trying to take down Mag. Can't quite do it, but they do find no one on the side there. So it's a 4-for-1 trade. Again, Ramses is going down, but finding 4 kills for it. They'll take that one, Empire. And interesting for their puck, with the pace this game's going, opting for the Dagon as part of his iron build. Are you a fan of the puck Dagon? Is that the way to go for this kind of game?
Yeah, I think it's good against the Enchantress. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to worry so much about it actually right-clicking her. You can just use the Dagon and she dies, and yeah, that's good. They actually managed to take that fight without the Chrono. The Void wasn't even there, and they managed to win it. You can see the Void, he's 0-3-0. These last couple games, Afterlife has had some pretty rough games, yeah. But this team is doing really well. I mean, Miposhka is still part. He's part of 15 kills out of 16 at 16 minutes, and the Venge actually also been part of a lot of it. So they're doing actually really well without this Void, who hasn't been a part of a single kill yet. It's actually very strange to see this.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if he is able to get one big Chrono off, it's, you know, we're still going to feel the power of it. And he's got the Vlads now, so maybe he will try and be a little bit more active with the team and see if he can get himself involved in some of the positive action.
Yeah, and I think that's what he wants to do. I mean, he obviously wants to fight. Like, this Void is really good against a lot of these heroes. He's good against Lion, he's good against Invoker, Batrider, because they want to use these spells frequently in their fights, and then time dilation kind of messes that up for them. And also the fighting, I think for him at this point, it's better for him to fight his way back into this game rather than farm at this point.
Let's see if we can find something here. It's a bit of smoke on smoke action. They're going to get the wraparound. They might catch Slayer and Mag off guard here. How quickly react? No one will blink away just in time. They're looking to burst down Slayer here. He will turn around, get the stun off onto Free. They'll like to just drop the Dream Collar there. Done with his line. They will take him down. Now Chrono dropped up to Solo. Cooldown coming through as well. Now with the Rocket Barrage, they will find that one. The second pick off there. That's 2 heroes down on Vega, and that's going to mean the Empire have a bit of room to get a bit of a push on. And Vega, they just weren't quite ready for that, but they don't lose any of their big cores.
Yeah, but still the issue is they're losing towers, and they're not getting towers in return. Empire has yet to lose a single tower actually. We see this top tower might go down to this one melee creep, and it does. It was sitting at 12 HP for some reason, but now Empire are gonna have access to Roche soon. If they can manage to take out this bottom tower, the tier 2 for Vega, then Vega are gonna have a pretty difficult time defending this Roche all of a sudden, which is kind of unusual for a Dire lineup at this point of the game.
I mean, especially with the Veil done on Miposhka. The amount of magical damage that Empire do in these team fights, it's going to be incredibly disastrous for Vega.
Yeah, and the Sven is really far away from this BKB, so Vega are gonna look to take this Roche for themselves, and with the God Strength, Alacrity onto the Sven, it's gonna die really fast, but the question is, will they be able to...
Okay, do you think Empire can get here inside? Will they want to jump in? Solo, just trying to hold them off. Roshan is falling, they'll drop the cooldown. Ramses is going to try and move forward, but the Aegis has already been picked up by Sven. Now Mag jumps against Lasso with a swap there from King R there to cancel that. Solo's still trying to frontline here at the beginning of the fight. Look at the Storm. Onto Ben. Moving forward, the pocket kicks FN up to the high ground. Will still lose his life. Scandal. Look for the wraparound, but Mag's got eyes on him, and so's no one. Looking to chase this puck away and out of the fight. At the same time, Solo was just enforcing back half the team of Empire. It's just going to be Miposhka being the only one who dies there, but the risk paid off for Vega. They go for Roche, they're able to take it, and looks like off the back of that, they're able to try and take some towers as well, but yeah, Vega really needed that.
Yeah, definitely. You could see Solo's positioning was really good in that fight. He kind of blocked off the Gyrocopter, who could just run in and place a good call down because he was scared of taking too much damage. Sunstrike. Oh, wow. Almost things up.
That's a lovely chrono from Afterlife, and certainly a double kill there for Ramses as they pick off 2.
Yeah, Afterlife redeeming itself after a bit of a rough start here now.
Nice, hit some good chronos, yeah.
Yeah, two very nice 2-man chronos, and yeah, he's climbing the net worth chart.
And he's helping Ramses as well to that, just setting up these kills for him. And Ramses still at the top, about such an 11k, keeping himself a comfortable bit above the Sven, and opting to just scale up that Dagon. As you mentioned before, there's a fair few heroes in Enchantress especially that the burst is going to be great against.
Yeah, and earlier we saw the the experience on the Vega supports they were quite a lot higher than the Venge and the Earth Spirit, who are now catching up. The Venge is almost level 11, and you can see also on the experience graph that Empire, they're gaining ground.
Not loads anymore. Quick pick off onto the Lion. Held down and taken down.
Yeah, this Lion is having a really rough game actually. He's 8 deaths already.
Very low on the network as well, unfortunately for him. Next fight as well. See that Rams is just a few hundred gold away from having that BKB. And he's now got a Blink Dagger on Afterlife as well, so he's going to be having a greater time now in terms of setting up the fights with his Chronos.
Yeah, and fighting is not really going to get easier for Vega, that's the issue, because once his Venge reaches level 11, he went splat.
He went what?
Splat.
Splat.
Yeah, in the
splat. He really did.
And I mean, yeah, fighting is gonna get more difficult for Vega up against this Venge. When he gets to level 11, the Bedrar is gonna have a really hard time getting a lasso off without the swamp coming through. And this Sven is gonna have a really hard time dealing damage against the Chronosphere and potentially the Venge, depending on how they decide to use that swap.
I'm looking where these two are. These are going about the bases. See if they can find something. Afterlife's just going to jump in with the Chronosphere. Already, Scandal will get the silence to follow through on FN. They've taken down the line in the Chronosphere. Ramses is falling low back and no one to focus him. But the Kick Crew comes out, and now the Dream Cog onto FN, onto no one. They'll take down the Aegis. No one as well. Can't do a lot with his time dilation, slowing him up. Will lose his life. FN, he's back for round 2, and now we'll see if Vega can try and do something off the back of this. King Arp tries to keep it out, isn't going to make it there as they will burst him down. So they do lose Ramses and King off the back of that, but they find no one. They're able to take the Aegis out of the hands of FN. But overall, it's going to favour Vega in terms of the numbers there.
Yeah, so what happened is the Void, he got the Chronosphere off on 2 targets, and then the problem was that the Bedrar managed to lasso the Gyrocopter. The Gyrocopter's BKB was flying in, but he didn't have any item slots, so it delivered nothing, and the Venge swap was 6 seconds cooldown. So he was unable to save the Gyrocopter. So despite him getting a good Chronosphere off, they didn't actually have that much damage to take the fight, and so Sven stayed alive for quite some time, and they managed to take down the Gyro and the Venge.
Yeah, man, that is a few series of just unfortunate events there for Empire in that fight then. They did. I mean, I guess in that kind of sense, it's got to be like, well, when they do have those things working, you know, next time, you know, when they've got that BKB on the Gyro and they have got the swap, it's going to be an absolute mess for Vega. No one, he has got the Aghanims up. Level 15 as well on this Invoker. Is that BKB? It was, FN. He's trying to man up in the mid lane. The Posh is going to get swapped out this. He's doing a lot.
Wow.
With the cleave, he gets it. FN just manning the hell up. He will have a Dream Code, and now here's Ramses' BKB. They come through. They'll take down the line. They're going to get the Sven as well. He's going to be punished for his aggressiveness now. Eyes onto Solo. Still 4 of them ready to move in onto the Enchantress. They're going to find it as well. And I mean, how they get it? Oh.
Blink that on the promo. It really feels like Vega are not really on the same page here. You can see that Solo decides to stay, and I think he's expecting no one to send Meteor, Sunstrike, Deafening Blast combo, because he's baiting them in to stand on top of each other and attack the Enchantress, but Solo, I mean, no one is... Yeah, they just don't seem to be on the same page, so...
I mean, FN going in like that was incredibly greedy, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Just
it was, but
own.
he managed to get the kill on the Earth Spirit, despite the swap coming out. I think it was... Yeah, it was a bit off, but then he managed to make it okay, and then I think they could have salvaged it if they just played together, the Enchantress and the Invoker, but I guess just not on the same page. So, bit of a mess here for Vega. And also using that 10-second BKB on Sven, still going down. It's not something you want to do right now, because you want to be using all of those high second BKB charges to gain ground on Empire.
They really need to think a lot more carefully about the next fight. On the plus side, there were 25 minutes in this game. It's still going. Looks to be one of the longer ones of the day. It's 28-17. There's been a lot of kills this match. I mean, it's been quite a crazy one.
Yeah, this has been a very interesting game so far.
And Vega now with this smoke. You know, if they can kind of kick off a good fight, we've seen that FN, you know, he has got the damage. Oh, back, that's it. That's something King Arp with the cooldown. Get dropped hit by Ramses. They've lost King Arp. And that's going to be enough for Empire to say we're out. but it is another BKB charge, and it is just a support, and it was the smoke.
Yeah, and
so is it enough for Vega at this point?
I really don't think so. You can see here that sure, yeah, Vega have understood that, okay, we can't just keep jumping on the gyrocopter and try to chrono him, and try to lasso him, because the Venge is always just gonna swap him out. So they go on the Venge, but they invested Sven's ult, BKB, lasso, finger, Sunstrike. I mean, they used everything they had, and they get one support Venge and nothing more from there. I mean, even if the Sven just uses his BKB for that kill, I would say it's not worth it, because Sven, he's one of those heroes that you want to get him really farmed.
Yeah.
And he wants to be using this high duration BKB to win very decisive fights and get objectives.
Not to find these support solo.
Not for these supports. Yeah, it's definitely not worth it. So they're gonna struggle if they don't get something done relatively soon. The one thing they have is this Invoker who can do a lot. That hero can, I mean, yeah, he can do so much. At some point in the game, you can pick up Refresher Rock, Green Core, etc., split the map and whatnot. But the Void, his item progression is actually quite okay now. He's only 1,000 gold away from his axe. He's quite close to level 16, so at that point, this Invoker even, it's not that scary, because Void is really good at catching out Invoker as well.
Yeah, I mean, do you imagine that's pretty much going to be the hero that's kind of in the sights of Afterlife FD5? You're looking for where that Invoker is if you're the Void.
I mean, I think if the game goes on for another 10, 15, 20 minutes, that's what's going to happen. He's going to start looking for the Invoker, but at this point, he's still going to be targeting the Sven. Because Vega don't have any way of saving the Sven. They have nothing.
Yeah, if he gets caught in that chrono, yeah. But the only thing they can do is throw in things aggressively, and nothing to actually get him out of it.
Yeah, and also the Puck, he opted to go for Axe now. So he didn't upgrade his Dagon fully first. Now he's starting to upgrade his Dagon again, but he went this Axe. So if he gets the Axe ult off on the Sven, then the Sven is trapped. I mean, he can pop his BKB, and sure, he won't take magic damage while he's in that. But he can't leave, because then he gets stunned, then he uses duration of the BKB, and after his duration of the BKB, the Sven is not gonna be that useful. It's very easy to kite that hero.
I mean, in that sense, do you feel that this game is kind of becoming a ticking time bomb for Vega? Can they kind of... They can't slow down and just focus on the farming. They do need to force these...
Yeah, I absolutely think they have to do that. The Gyro is going to pick up a Butterfly, so fighting the Sven is going to be easier for him. I mean, the Sven is going to be struggling to be able to kill this Gyro. They have a lot of armor. This Venge, he might pick up a Solar Crest, I don't know. Put it on one of his allies or on the Sven. The one thing we're gonna see now is that, yeah, the Dire team, are they gonna pick up the Roche? Both teams have creeps in the Roche pit, it seems. A Siege creep and a Satyr finisher trying to purge the catapult for some reason. I don't know what that was about.
A little bit of action going on.
Yeah, you know. It's like a screw you catapult.
I mean, the thing is, yeah, I mean, even though Vega, they've got the potential of taking it quickly, I mean, can they really even think about trying for Roche against Empire's Lamp? Surely they've got to find a pick-off or a fight before they go in there. They can't go in when there's a full 5-man of Empire.
Yeah, I definitely don't think that they can go in there right now. You see the Void just pick up his axe. He's really close to level 16. He's probably gonna get it before the Roche fight. And fighting against the Faceless Void with... I mean, Sven, he has to stay in the pit and attack. What they can do is... Maybe they can send the Sven towards the top lane, or Batrider push out that lane. Unfortunately, the Batrider doesn't have bots at this time, so they want to send one hero up top and then maybe solo the Roche with the Invoker, because he can actually do the Roche really fast. And on top of that, if they have vision, they can see the Void coming, so if the Void should jump into the Roche pit, the Invoker can always be fast enough and just blink out. Whereas the Sven, because he's attacking the Roche, he can't blink, so...
I mean, I guess at the same time, if you're Empire, is there any kind of opening for you to go into Roche, or are you're not that fussed about going for it yourself? You're more just prioritizing just watching out for Vega taking it and trying to take a fight off the back of it? Yeah,
first and foremost, you just make sure that Vega don't actually get the Roche, and then you can just gain ground. You can just play the movement game. You can just, you know, outmaneuver your enemies on the map.
Mag trying for a lasso there onto the Scandal poke, but he's in a phase shift drop now. No one coming in with the BKB, drops off the Chaos Meteor here. They'll grow up the Cronus Bit, but Afterlife, he catches no one on the sidelines of it. Ramses falling on FN is starting to just absolutely wreck face in this fight. They've found two at the same time. Scandal does manage to pick up two for the side of Vegas. He's looking for a third onto Slayer. Can't quite get in the kick through. It's not going to catch the line. Afterlife, he's still trying to move in, still trying to find a kill, but FN finds himself in double. He's taken down three on the side of Vega. They might even get Afterlife as well, as FN's Sven is coming online. No, Afterlife gets the time walk out just in time, and Scandal finds himself the Batrider kill. Now FN looking for Afterlife, but Afterlife with the time walk should be fine here in terms of kiting and getting himself away from the Sven. I mean, it ends a 3 for 3. FN's Sven doing a lot of work, but Scandal on the puck. I mean, he redeemed that fight for the side of Empire, because without that Vega, it looked to be their fight, but he was just there bursting down the weaker ones. It's 10-0-14 on this puck, this man.
Yeah, he's having a really good game. And just to clarify one thing, the Faceless Void, he hit no heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you said he hit no one.
I see.
He didn't actually hit...
didn't actually hit no one.
Yeah.
And then the Invoker was trying out spells elsewhere.
He literally hit 0 heroes with the Chronosphere, so...
Yeah. Honestly, silly player names makes it hard for us casters.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, your name's fine, Pycat, there's no confusion.
It's pretty simple.
I like that one.
It's pretty straight up.
Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't even see what Afterlife was trying to catch out there. Was he just trying to disrupt the fight with the gun?
I think it was the Sven who was standing there a second earlier, and then he just managed to blink. Yeah. So, and that fight is pretty much what you can hope for. Like, if you're Vega, that's like the best case scenario. Still, the puck still manages, you know, to get out, and this Gyro, he's still finding, he has his butterfly now, so for the next fight, maybe he will live.
I mean, it kind of as the game goes on, the Sven scanning against the Gyro. If you can get your Sven in the face of the Gyrocopter, the Sven is surely just going to win it each and every time, because the evasion is now an issue, or, I mean, yeah, how does Gyro carry against the Sven late game?
I don't think the Sven, it's really hard for the Sven to be fighting this Gyro. What has to happen is that he has to fight a target that is close to the Gyro. What he wants to do, you know, he wants to attack someone so he can splash on the Gyro. Because the butterfly is going to make the man fight really hard, and also I think the Gyro, you could just kite him, you know, he can just move around, and he can also fight with the Black Cannon, well, and you know, the Faceless Void he has to watch out, so it's really difficult for that Sven to fight against the Gyrocopter.
I guess that's back on. I mean, what the Sven? How's he doing in terms of money? What's he going for next? He's got a lot of cash. I mean, at this point he sees the butterfly and says, "Right, I'll just get an MKB now." Or is there anything else he needs?
Yeah, I don't know. He might go for AC MKB. I don't know. He could also just go for straight Daedalus and just hope for that cleave onto other heroes, and then just hope that he kills the Gyro with that.
Oh, Afterlife jumping forward here, the fuck as well, the Swan out FN here, Empire, they would have started to kick off a fight, but now Vega turns around now to Chrono, comes onto the sidelines here, FN, they didn't actually quite catch the Sven though, so FN, he's still punching away through it, but the damage with this butterfly and the Gyro doing a lot, they've taken down the line, they're looking for Solo as well with the magical burst, can they quite get it? Afterlife jumps forward, they will take him down, they'll lose King on the bench, Scandal, coming across here on the orb, no one still on the high ground, it's a 2-for-1 at the moment. FM was able to get himself away on the Sven, and they will move in, and they will finish off the Roshan here by the looks of it. Noah, he's still throwing in tornadoes, and he's from the sideline. No man at the moment on Ramses. The Sunstrike is going to look for the steal, and okay, not Mac snatched it. Gets himself in. Mac does get the Aegis. Is he going to be able to escape from this one? He forces up the high ground, but they'll jump up and they will find him. So at least he does stop Empire having that Aegis for a high ground push, but Empire, they were able to get the kill onto Roshan, and it's still a very messy fight there for Vega, but I guess that's a little kind of a thing to help it out, the fact that they deny Empire and Ramses having the Aegis.
Yeah, I think it's quite important actually that they managed to do that, because the Gyro sieging their base with an Aegis means that they have to invest a lot into the Gyro, who can then respawn with the BKB still. And yeah, so quite good fight still, I would say, for Vega. I think the Void hesitating on the Chrono in that first place was kind of strange. And then so he catches the Batrider up on the right side, so sure, he can't move during the initial part of that fight, but then later on the Venge, he will use his swap in the fight for something else, so then the Batrider will be able to be useful in that fight. So some hesitation there from the Void.
We're gonna see how, so I'll go for that MKB.
Yeah, so now he can actually go and man for this Gyro again.
Let's see. Well, the next one. I mean, Empire, do you feel the need to push? And maybe we even see the game kind of stale out until Roshan's up again?
I don't really think that they have to push. I feel like they can get a lot of pickups with this Void. Yeah. Vengeful Spirit running into the Chronos.
Yeah, with that Axe Chrono cooldown each and every time.
But yeah, exactly. They have the X.
FN versus Gyro. He's trying for it. PKB's coming out for the both of them. Sven trying to chase off the Gyro in the silos. Mid lane. Afterlife is going to be hexed up here by Slayer. Scandal in a lot of trouble, and all the damage from FN. They'll rip through the puck, and now looking for more. They're looking for the Void. Void will get blocked out. Will he go down? He does. He still goes down to the right. He's the evoke. The double kill for no one. Lion gets the kill onto the Gyro. And Empire, I mean, fights like this, it really is Vega coming back into their element. The Sven is getting more and more from these. Lots of money going to the two big cores of Vega. I mean, Empire, they are starting to kind of throw this one away, Parker.
Yeah, that was a huge fight for Vega. So they used the Chrono on the Batrider, and then they still take a fight against Vega, where the puck, he goes down really early on because he's fighting the Invoker, and he ends up being caught in an ice wall, so he can't blink away. Yeah. And he already used his orb, so he's in a bit of a tricky spot. And after losing that puck, they just don't have control.
Okay, look at the Chrono to FN. There's going to be buyback from two of them. FN, he does have that BKB back up again, and he's going to pop it, but the bash comes through from Afterlife, and now with the chase down, they really want to try and find this one. FN, can he get out? Oh, he gets the blink. He's off. I don't think they can. They're not going to be able to catch him here, are they? It looks like he's out. He is out. Oh, two buybacks for that one as well. If only they could have caught out the Sven, but it's not going to be the case. Afterlife still chasing down the Invoker, but he's going to be fine as well. I mean, at the least they stopped the push from Vega, but not getting that Sven kill, that's got to hurt.
Yeah, that's huge. And now you can see the Sven, he's quite far. Both Invoker and Sven are pulling ahead. They're ahead of the Gyro, the puck. You can see this puck, he's 11, 1, 15, and still, this Invoker is much scarier at this point of the game, just because of how the hero scales with physical damage and just damage in general, and how he can survive some spells. Like, this is what is so scary to pick, you know? A puck with 10-0, then you go and you die once to a Sven, and you lose all that gold.
Yeah,
you
Sven got so much money from that kill.
Yeah, you feed away that gold to both the Invoker and the Sven, and they can just do so much more with the gold. And also the Gyro expending his buyback. Now, all of a sudden, Empire are kind of on the back foot. They're scared now. They have to watch out and make sure that the Gyro doesn't die again. If the Gyro dies, they could potentially just lose the game, or at least lose one or maybe two sides of Rex, depending on how close to the base they are.
I'm talking about Vega. They're smoked up. They're looking for a wraparound. They're going to go straight down to the bottom of this lane. Little they know that the entire team of Empire is around here, hiding in the tree line. Maybe to look for the counter initiation with the smoke just dispelling lane, and it's going to dispel on solo. Empire, they're aware of this one. Get the vision out now with the swap, bringing the Enchantress back to the fight. The question is, the rest of Vega want to try and come in. They've still got four of them in the jungle. They know that Empire are there. Do they feel that they can take this fight? And it looks like the answer is no. They're going to play it safe, and they are going to back off. And almost certainly the correct idea here, but FN will get caught up on the Chrono from Afterlife, and looks like they're going to be forced to fight here, Vega. Now Mag gets the lasso on to Mephoshka. FN stunning up King Arm, moving in with the God Strength, will bring down the Vengeful Spirit. Mephoshka pulling low as well, will be limited up. It's going to be fine for the time being. Mag chased down by Ramses. They're punching down there with the right clicks. It's a 3 for 2 though, as FN still looking incredibly healthy. No one as well. They've got the control of the Ramses. The BKB's gone, so's the Gyro. Only the puck left alive. Caught out by the stun. 1-2. It's a triple kill for FN. And you said it, Pycat, if the Gyro goes down again, it could just be the game, and we're now looking at a situation where only 2 of the heroes down have buyback. I mean, the last 5 minutes of this game have been a nightmare for Empire.
I think they just go for drone. I mean, if they don't have enough buybacks, I think they should just go for the drone. Invoker and Sven. Maybe they will take out the wreck first if they want to be safe, but they will most likely go for the Rex now. This Gyro, the Earth Spirit bought back, and they're a bit scared. There's gonna be 2 heroes alive. The thing is, they don't have these tier 2 towers on the side lanes down, so they can't actually get anything more. That's why potentially going for tier 4s could have been an option, but I mean, this is just playing it safe.
Man, it really just feels like after that fight, it's exactly as you said, the problem with the puck. You know, Scandal's had a great game, but at this point, 39 minutes in, there's just so much more that the cores of Vega can offer. And then I'm messing around. God Strength here, looking to take down a second set of racks. And they should be able to get this easily before the gyro and the pucker back up. But at the least, it's not quite game yet. Empire holding on. Still with that bottom lane of Rex, but
sitting at 7.5k gold.
Look at that graph.
8.5. He buys a green core straight up. Sven sitting at 7.5k gold after taking out those two sides. And yeah, this is like Invoker. It's such a forgiving hero as opposed to Puck, who is one mistake, you can just the game
it's
swings
a very
completely.
risky pick.
It is.
Yeah, risky here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
You can see he's trying to work on his hex. At this point, he's got it in less than 1,000 gold if he wants to go all in for that purchase, which at this point he probably has to.
And I also think there's this item build is the X. It's somewhat nice, but what's happened in the last couple of fights is the X hasn't really done much. So if he had a Hex or maybe a Shivas, could have done more at this point. But it's easy to say in hindsight, of course.
Yeah, of course, yeah. And especially the way that the early game was going for Empire, you know, maybe they just felt that he didn't need to do that because they were in quite a good position and that they were, I mean, it's pretty much uphill, and until that certain point where just lost the fight to Vega. They made a few too many mistakes, and Vega, you can't do that against a team like Vega Squadron because they're going to be there to take opportunity of that.
Yeah, it all started up there when they chronoed that Batrider on his on the big camp up there in the dire jungle, and then they took a fight after that where the puck went down due to the ice wall, and Sven just managed to kill everyone pretty much.
Yeah, FN's been having a great time in these fights. 8 for 3 for 10, 26,500 net worth, a good 5k above Ramses' gyrocopter. Good now have the Hex on Puck, but Empire really need a perfect fight. They need to get, you know, like a 4-man Dream Core, a multi-man Chronosphere, just to allow Ramses to get the damage down.
Yeah, I really feel like this Void has been, this Chronos have been quite off this game. He needs to step it up a bit and make sure that this Chronos actually hits the targets that they have to hit, and from the angle.
This is a big kickoff. If they can take FN down just like this with the Chronos, the backliners, they might be able to do so. He will buy back straight away FN. Bots off cooldown in a couple of seconds. At the same time, the fight continues. They've lost the Vengeful Spirit. They have lost Ramses as well. So it looks like even though they found that great pickoff onto FN, it doesn't matter. Triple kill for no one on the Invoker. And that's going to be GG, well played. Vega step it up in the last 7 minutes of that game. Empire just falling to pieces. It was a much more hopeful showing from Empire this game than, of course, in game 1. But at the end of the day, Vega did just, I don't know if it was just their experience of the game and just the way that they're much more used to playing as a team. But the team fights at the end of the day were just going Vega's way every time.
Yeah, very impressive, I would say, comeback from Vega. It looked really rough for them at some point to this game, and they managed to take it back, and FN played really well on that Sven. He had a really solid performance on the Sven, and also in a game where it's kind of a hard, I mean, it's a difficult Sven game, you know, you have to play around that basis void, around the swap, and also the fact that he was so far behind in gold. Like with the Sven, what you want to be really far ahead. You want to be, you know, really far ahead on the net worth. That's when you know that things are okay. But a Sven who's usually even with the enemy's carries, it can be really scary because he just wants to be ahead, 1 or 2 items ahead, and you know those BKB charges are important. But he managed to play around that really well, and he managed to make it work.
Yeah, they really did. And what was nice about the Sven as well, sometimes you see Svens in these fights kind of, you know, not knowing who to focus on. But FN, he'd see someone in sights and he'd always get the kill. He'd just go straight for that hero. He'd know kind of who to prioritize. And all in all, yeah, really impressive performance from Vega, as you said, to bring it back. At the same time, nice to see Empire stepping it up from game 1. Had a pretty abysmal time in the game 1 of this series, and game 2 certainly looking to be a lot stronger of a performance. But that is it from games today. I say it from myself and Pycat here at the casting desk. Hopefully you've enjoyed the casting at home. We'll be back for more Dota 2 games tomorrow. But for the time being, we're going to hit you straight over to the panel for some post-game analysis. We'll see you guys about.